Jesus freak here. So, one thing they told me as a kid was, don't see a doctor, don't avail yourself of medical assistance unless you absolutely must, because if you rely on the system too much, they're going to think you're a frequent flyer. And by that I mean that I don't actually need the help, I'm just doing it for attention. Munchausen syndrome. Well, yesterday my therapist was like, I don't see this as excessive, but your insurance is starting to ask questions. But it's like, I've made attempts to, have the sessions less often. And it's like, as often as I have them, does seem to be a little excessive sometimes. But it's like, any time that I've tried to bring it down, or any time that anyone else has tried to bring it down, it's like, well, too much happens in the interim. Now, it's almost the end of the month. I'm mostly in hibernation at this point. I was at the doctor's office about a week ago, and they wrote me some scripts, and the pharmacy was like, well, we're having trouble filling one of them. And so I decided to try to wait it out till they could handle it. But then they're like, you're gonna have to come down and pick up what you got, or you're not gonna be able to get it. It's like, I hate being put in a situation and where I have to do more running around than necessary. At this point, I'm like, I'm kind of like, I just want to veg the rest of the, through Friday, more importantly through Saturday, because as it's when my food stamps come in. Now, I've said that a lot of annual stuff comes in toward the end of the month, this month, and over the coming months. And I think I've taken care of the one thing that hits me the hardest in one shot. That said, it just got something from the renter's insurance, which I haven't read yet, which is probably something about either renewing or not being able to renew. I have to see when I get home. I just don't have energy right now, and it's specifically because I'm just waiting out the end of the month. It was, on one hand, it was probably a good thing I decided, I wasn't bothered to go to Canada like I wanted to. It's like, I really did want to. But that money that I would have spent there probably went to better use, getting me ahead a bit on my bills. Because, like I said, I knew things were coming up. Anyway, Jesus freak out.